Yo, what's up with it, y'all? It's JD and I'm back with another quick video. In today's video, I want to make a video kind of focused on growth, and in particular the environment that you're in when you're in a growth process. So I kind of want to make an analogy. So basically the environment that you're in is kind of like the soil that you're growing in, and the energy that you surround yourself with is kind of like the fertilizer. And what made me think about this video is that I've been training at different calisthenics parks all over Brazil since I've got out here, since I got on my travel journey again. And calisthenics parks just have a certain type of energy that you just aren't gonna find in the gym. There's a certain type of camaraderie, there's a certain type of openness, there's a certain type of kind of unwritten, you know what I mean, energy, that unwritten energy. It's almost like how people say you have like gym conduct. It's kind of like calisthenics park conduct is completely different. You know what I mean? People are more open, they're more friendly. You know, I don't speak Portuguese, but you know, maybe a few words. But how I've been embraced in all of these different environments and all these different parks that I've been in is crazy. And honestly, it's just been something that I've been feeding off of. And my training is actually going to the next level since I've been in Brazil. And it just makes me look forward to, you know, going to these parks, look forward to getting my training in every single day. And for me, I've kind of found that perfect soil to grow in and that perfect fertilizer to use to expedite my growth process. And, you know, this calisthenics park, I'm in this spot called Pituba, which is in Salvador, Bahia. And it's right on the water. I'll show you guys the water right quick if you guys can see it. It's kind of dark out here. And everybody's out here getting their work in. You know, you got all different levels out here. You got beginners, you got people who are in super good shape, you got people who, you know, just kind of out here kind of going through the motions, getting their routine in, kind of just soaking up the energy. But one thing about calisthenics parks that I also say that's a little bit different than a gym environment is the fact that, you know, I don't think there's really much judgment in calisthenics parks. I think it's just a lot of respect. Everybody giving each other respect for coming out and getting money in. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily like if you're somebody who's severely overweight or if you're somebody who's super skinny, you come out to a calisthenics park, you don't necessarily need to feel self-conscious about coming out and working out, because you know, people at calisthenics parks are always going to be encouraging. You know what I mean? If you're working on your progressions, they see you putting in work, they're not going to do nothing but show you love. You know, that's always my mentality when it comes down to seeing somebody who's a beginner, or my mentality when I see somebody who's out here who might even be struggling a little bit. I'm just, honestly, I give mad respect for just coming out and getting your work in. So if you're somebody who falls into those categories of, you know, maybe you're overweight or maybe you're super skinny, you know, try a calisthenics park out. You don't necessarily need to go to the gym. You know what I mean? A lot of times the gym has kind of like that superficial vibe, that super judgmental vibe. And, you know, when you come out to an environment like this where everybody's friendly, everybody's welcoming, they're welcoming you with open arms, you know what I mean? I'm an American out here in Brazil, you know, don't even speak the language, but people coming up to me, giving me daps, showing me love, you know, asking me to participate in their workouts. And, you know, if I can have that in a whole nother country, if you can go out and find your local calisthenics park, find your local community, you know what I mean? That fitness community or just that growth community in general, it doesn't even necessarily need to be with calisthenics. Once you find your tribe, once you find your community, it makes everything so much easier. It's gonna make your growth process that much more seamless, and it's gonna expedite your growth process, and you're gonna be able to enjoy the journey that much more. But also another thing is, if you guys are interested, and if you guys are just starting out your journey, you guys are interested in, you know, not necessarily playing the guessing game or, you know, going on YouTube trying to watch random videos. If you guys need a program to follow, if you're a super beginner, you can follow my beginner program called Progressions. It's an 8-week program. It'll strengthen you up on all the fundamentals of calisthenics. If you guys are an intermediate, you know, kind of have some type of experience with, you know, maybe weightlifting or some other type of workouts, you have a base level of strength, try out my program called the Bodyweight Movement Guide. It's a 12-week program, over 110 different exercises in it. I just had to plug that in there real quick. But back to the topic, to the crux of the matter, you know, just that whole growth environment. is super important. So, you know, today I'm showing you guys a workout that I did. This is pretty much just like a basic workout that I usually do. I usually work on some skills. I do handstands every day. I might work on, you know, I do some pull exercises, some push exercises. You know, I like to stick to the fundamentals a lot, you know what I mean, when it comes down to building my physique. And I just do different variations of the fundamentals. And also I do total body workouts every single day, so I'm always incorporating legs. I'm always incorporating my core. You know, my core is pretty much being incorporated with all these calisthenic movements anyways. And also I usually like to throw in some plyometrics as well, just to keep that explosiveness. You know what I mean? I'm 36 years old, so I don't want to lose my speed. I don't want to, you know, lose any more of my jumping ability. And if I can, I want to improve that as much as possible. You know what I mean? Well into my 30s and even into my 40s. But guys, growth environments, you know what I mean? Environments and energy is super important. So your soil and your fertilizer is going to be super important when it comes down to your growth process. It's also going to be probably the key factor to whether you're going to be able to enjoy the journey. You know what I mean? I made a video, probably maybe the last video or the video before, and I was talking about how you can't let your environment, you know, determine your mood. You can't let the environment determine your energy and how you need to be a generator of energy. And that's all well and true, you know what I mean? Maybe you might not be in a position where you can even come down to a park like this and, you know, absorb this type of energy, or maybe you don't even live in a place that has this type of calisthenics community or this type of fitness culture. So, you know, you're gonna have to work extra hard to generate that energy. But if this is something that you wanna do, if this is something that you wanna make a part of your lifestyle, fitness, health, calisthenics, then maybe the best thing for you is to move to an area that maybe has better weather, you know what I mean, has more of a calisthenics culture, maybe has more of a calisthenics community. You know, I always say movement is medicine. So, you know, if movement is medicine and calisthenics is your choice of movement, you need to be in a place where you can get that medicine on a daily basis. So I'm of the 7 days a week philosophy. Me and my homeboy James talk about it all the time. And actually my homeboy James is actually somebody who's always using these plant analogies and these growth analogies when it comes down to, you know, fertilizer and growth and soil and all that other type of stuff. And, you know, we've actually made a couple videos on our High Octane Calisthenics channel talking about community, talking about workout environments, talking about workout partners. So you guys can go ahead and check those videos out as well. I'll leave in a link in the description so you guys can subscribe to the High Octane Calisthenics channel. We've got tutorials on there. We've got a lot of videos just speaking on mentality in general, not necessarily just, you know, pertaining to calisthenics, but just life in general. So a lot of these lessons and a lot of these things that apply to calisthenics apply to all areas of life. You know what I mean? That's why this channel is called Growth Through Calisthenics, because a lot of things that have to do with your calisthenics growth, you can take that and, you know, transform that into another aspect of your life, and the same rules apply. You know what I mean? There's universal laws, and there's certain laws in this universe that hold true no matter what area of your life you put those laws in. But anyways, guys, if you guys have any ideas or you guys have any topics that you guys want me to cover, go ahead and leave that in the comment section. Again, if you guys would like to book a free consultation with me, go to my website. That's Travelsthenix.com. Book a free 15-minute consultation with me. We can chop it up about, you know, whatever topic that you want to talk about. Calisthenics, life, growth, mental, physical, spiritual growth. Anything you want to talk about. 15 minutes for free. Book that today. Hope everybody's having a great day out there. I'll holler at you guys later. Peace.